a new Chief Justice was appointed just before the election of 2021. The people of Uganda are watching Alfonse Chigamoi Owiny Dollo, the Chief Justice of Uganda, or General Yoweri Tibuhaburwa Museveni's puppet. We all know that the Supreme Court of Uganda is the highest judicial organ in Uganda, and its power is based on Article 130 of 1995 Constitution, with original jurisdiction in one type of case, a presidential election petition. The Supreme Court is headed by the Chief Justice and 10 other justices. The Chief Judge presides over the court public session and court private conference. And they will have to decide what case to hear and how to vote on the cases. This week, we have witnessed an election taking place in Uganda, and sometimes with the deployment of soldiers, police, army, everywhere in the country looks like a war zone when we are just going for election. I had a discussion with a friend of mine in Kampala town who told me that soldiers are everywhere. They are patrolling every street. And I asked him, why are they doing that? He just laughed. He said, this is voting in Uganda, new style. And he told me that the soldiers are there to protect people's vote because they fear that the voters are going to steal their own vote. I couldn't believe my ears. It looks like a joke. Alfonse Chigamoi Owiny Dollo is a Ugandan lawyer and judge. He was appointed to the position of the Chief Justice of Uganda since 20 August 2020. He served as a Deputy Chief Justice since 2017. He comes from the present Agago district in northern Uganda. He holds a Bachelor of Law degree from Makerere University, a diploma in legal practice from Law Development Center in Kampala. He has a Master of Arts in conflict resolution from the University of Bradford in the United Kingdom. He has a certificate in advanced conflict mediation. Skills from Cape Town, South Africa. He served as legal counsel in the peace talk between UPDM and the government of Uganda, Uganda People's Democratic Movement, and the government of Uganda during the 1988. He was involved in writing peace agreement executed between the government and Uganda People Democratic Movement on the 3rd of June 1988 at 𝐿𝐵𝐻𝐻 Stadium in Gulu. He was also involved in the drafting of Uganda Constitution of 1995. He was also a member of parliament representing Agago County in the 6th parliament in 1996 to 2001. He also served as legal counsel to 𝐋𝐞𝐿𝐴, the Vice President of South Sudan, who meditated the talk. He was later promoted to the Court of Appeal of Uganda. And as we now moved to another general election, the Chief Justice will have a load of tasks to perform. He will be tested and forced to take appropriate action. Even before the election, the government shut down internet. People could not contact one another. Police, army, local defense forces were deployed everywhere in Uganda with the intention of harassing and intimidating voters, telling them that don't play with us. We are here to stay. And some of those soldiers who were deployed all over Uganda were brought back from Somalia to do their dirty job. And sooner or later, other political parties who participated in this election might come forward and send their case to the Supreme Court. And believe me, whether you like it or not, you are going to be a referee. You will be forced to give somebody a yellow card or a red card. And whatever you do in the Supreme Court will go down into history. Our children, our grandchildren will study your performance, will study your decision, and come out with the truth, whether you, as the Chief Justice of Uganda, played your part according to rules and regulation that are placed upon you. The election of 2021 result is out. We understand that all of you as judges, you always try to be independent as a judge. But some people also believe that you as judges has strong ties with the ruling party. And people are wondering whether you are going to be independent enough to come out and say, you have done something wrong or you have done something right, without favoring one side of the coin. This is the question most of Ugandans are asking themselves today. We have seen a lot of elections that had not been fair. But every time the cases come up, you'll hear that there was no enough evidence to help you move ahead and make a proper decision. That is not true. The evidence is everywhere. If you have seen it properly on the street, if you have seen it properly I'm not a judge on the TV, but the reports are always there. Even if you read the newspaper, you'll find the reporting there. But people are not given fair chances to produce those evidence you are asking for. We hope that you are going to maintain the power of your office as the Chief Judge of Uganda, because you'll be remembered for a very long time. Whatever you do will go into history. We know that in 2006, before you appointed a judge, you had been a member of the government defense team when the election was challenged in the Uganda Supreme Court. The Supreme Court rejected a challenge to the presidential election, issuing a ruling that gave Museveni a mandate for another 5 years term. You cannot talk of 2020 election when people died, kidnapped, opposition presidential candidates, home, siege, Some were arrested several times. The election was marred with irregularities and widespread criticism. In the last decision, the court said that there was not enough substantial evidence of irregularities in the election. I hope we are not going to have the same judgment this time when the cases reach the Supreme Court. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to subscribe. I will be back.